Hello. My goal today is to try to help you understand the housing market in Delaware County so that once you decide to buy a new home, you'll be ready to win it. You'll find important information that will help you be prepared to buy that home in Delaware County. And in order to do so, we will look at a number of different factors to consider during the buying process. First of all, we'll talk about the sales volume. We'll talk about sales prices. We'll talk about available inventory. We'll talk about sales velocity or days on the market. And then we'll also talk about additional considerations. I'm Brian Comer with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, the American Realty Center in Worthington, Ohio. And on this channel, we try to teach you everything that you need to know about buying a home in Delaware County, Ohio. But before I get to the info you need to know about buying, to demonstrate the growth and what new homes look like, the next minute is dedicated to one of the newer communities or community developments. It's called Liberty Grand Communities. Take a listen and enjoy. Liberty Grand Communities, located just north of Olentangy Liberty High School on Sawmill Parkway. Homes begin in the low 350s. The community features a beautiful clubhouse with indoor workout facility, outdoor pool, outdoor tennis, and multiple outdoor seating spaces for you to enjoy. Also not far away is the quaint downtown city of Powell, where you'll have access to multiple restaurants, shopping, and all kinds of great antiquing. Welcome back. That's just a taste of one of the newer communities in the area. So let's review real quick the factors that we need to consider when we're buying a home. Again, there's sales volume, sales price, available inventory, sales velocity, and then the additional considerations. First of all, let's take a look at the sales volume. I'll compare March 22 with March 23 in total volume. So in March of 2022, there were 231 homes sold in Delaware County. In that same month, March of 2023, there were 239. So a nominal increase of 3%. Okay, now that we know that, let's take a look at the actual sale prices and where they fall. So as you can imagine, most of the homes were sold in the $200,000 to $700,000 range. Okay, let's take a little quick breakdown of 2022 compared to 2023. In 2022, in the $200,000 to $300,000 range, there were 22 homes sold. In that same period, March 2023, there were 24, 8% increase. 2022, in the $300,000 to $400,000 range, 51 compared to 49, so a 4% decline in 2023. In the $400,000 to $500,000 range, there were 65 homes sold in 2022, and this year there were 54, so a 20% decline. In the $500,000 to $600,000 range, last year there were 35, this year 47, a 26% increase. And last but not least, last year in the $600,000 to $700,000 range, there were 24 homes sold. This year, 31, or a 23% increase. Okay, now that we know two pieces of the puzzle, let's talk about another, the available inventory. And this is kind of an eye-opener. So let's take a quick look at the number of homes sold in in March 23 versus the available inventory. First of all, in the month of March 2023, there were 239 homes sold. As of April 1st, there were 267 available homes in Delaware County, or 267 homes for sale. That represents only a 1.17 month inventory of homes for sale. What does that mean? Again, homes are moving, they're moving quickly, and there's very little inventory as a cushion. So it's imperative to be prepared when you see that home that you want to be able to offer. Now, let's talk about something else that I think is very fascinating. I call this the sale velocity. It's important to know that every single day the inventory changes. So in March of 2023, the majority of homes, or 60% of them, 143 of the 239 that were sold between 1 and 10 days on the market. That's 143 of the 239 homes sold between 1 and 10 days. Let that sink in. Things are moving, things are hot. 16 homes, or 7%, were sold between 11 and 20 days. 11 homes, or 5%, were sold between 21 and 30. And then there were only 15 homes that sold in more than 90 days. Now that the pieces of the puzzle are all coming together, the sales volume, the sales price, the available inventory, and the sales velocity, let's now talk about additional considerations. So, this is all great information, but what does it really mean? Well, it certainly means that you need to be prepared to buy, because other buyers will be. If you're not prepared, you have a very strong possibility of missing out on the home that you think is just right for you. Some other things that are worth considering. You'll need to have a pre-approval letter. This proves to the seller, that you actually can buy that home. You'll probably also face a multiple offer scenario. On the selling side, that's great. On the buying side, it means you're in competition with other buyers for that same home. And it most likely means that you will have to offer above the asking price. You and your agent will determine just how far above and what that strategy is. You'll also probably want to consider things like foregoing the home inspection and any remedies that may have been requested as a result of that inspection. You'll also want to have earnest money ready to be deposited. Earnest money shows good faith to the seller that you actually want to buy that home. Another thing worth consideration, and I have a video on that, it's appraisal gap coverage. It simply means if your home is appraised for less than what you are offering, you will need to cover the difference. Check out my video on that. It's called "Oh No, the appraisal is lower than my home offer." Check that out. It'll explain what you do and how you go about taking care of that matter. So now that you know some of the key aspects that you'll need to know about buying a home in Delaware County, click the link on the banner that says "Find your next home here." Sign up for my newsletter and start the search for your next home. You'll also want to hit the subscribe button so that as new and informative content is made available, you'll be automatically notified. Thanks for listening.